have, I actually originally had asked Representative Travis Nelson if he could be here in person to express his thoughts and give us some of his vision. Um, And he said he couldn't make it, but he did offer to provide a short video that I'd like to show everyone. And I'd like to just introduce first, he's from the House District 44, and he's the first Black LGBTQIA+ in the Oregon legislature, and is a fierce advocate for healthcare reform and for climate change mitigation, real affordable housing, homelessness solutions, equity, and more. Rep. Nelson District encompasses North and Northeast Portland, from Portland International Airport to the St. John's Peninsula. And I want to thank Representative Nelson for agreeing to make a short video presentation to share his thoughts with us here today. So here he is.
Hello, I'm Travis Nelson, and I represent North and Northeast Portland in the Oregon House of Representatives. Thank you so much for having me virtually. As part of my legislative duties, I serve on both the Early Childhood and Human Service Committee and the House Committee on Behavioral Health and Healthcare. Serving on both of these committees gives me a unique opportunity to learn about how our state is addressing substance use disorders with healthcare and social service resources. As someone who has struggled with their own mental health, I know that asking for help can be a difficult step. We need to be creating opportunities for our youth to seek help and have access to resources when they do ask for help. As a legislature, we should be creating more opportunities to meet the youth where they are with the resources that they need. In the 2023 legislative session, I supported Senate Bill 549, which would have given grants to school-based health centers. Although this bill did not pass this session, I am committed to continuing to advocate for funding school-based health centers because of their commitment to behavioral health services for our youth. The legislature did, however, pass House Bill 2767 for recovery high schools. These are schools that will be a resource for those youth who are in recovery while they finish their education. And lastly, I'm proud to be a sponsor of Senate Bill 238, which required state agencies to develop curriculum related to the dangers of synthetic opioids and laws that provide protections for those who report drug or alcohol use or who seek treatment for themselves or others. Our youth need to know the dangers of these drugs and know that they are protected when trying to help their friends. This legislation will provide schools with guidance on how to educate youth with potentially life-saving information. As a state, we need behavioral health funding that is equitable, accessible, and affordable. We must continue to invest in programs that help youth with their recovery. I recently attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony for a teen center at 4D Recovery. Organizations like 4D Recovery are using funds from Measure 110 to create safe spaces for our youth to seek out peer mentoring, attend group meetings, and they even offer yoga classes and other recreational activities specifically geared towards teens. Measure 110 has been controversial, with many bumps in the road, but I am committed to making sure that any changes to this policy will not negatively impact programs like these. Much of my future legislation will focus on healthcare workforce because we cannot provide adequate care, whether physical or mental, without having a workforce that is well supported. Healthcare professionals cannot be expected to care for the needs of their patients' mental health if they are struggling with their own. The goal of my legislation in the next short legislative session is to help create work environments that keep our current workforce at the bedside and back those who have left due to burnout. In order to have beds available for folks who want to start their journey to recovery, we need medical professionals available to meet their needs. I have spoken with a constituent who is a mother that has tried to get her daughter into treatment, but there were no beds available. This is not just a healthcare system capacity issue, but a staffing issue. We need to continue to build a healthcare workforce that can help all Oregonians get treatment for their substance use, including programs that specifically work with our youth. As you may know, the next legislative session is only 35 days, which limits how much legislation each member of the House and Senate can bring forward. However, in 2025, we will have our long legislative session and will have the opportunity to bring forward multiple bills. I encourage you to reach out to my office if you have ideas on ways that the state can address youth substance prevention and recovery. My email is rep.travisnelson@oregonlegislature.gov. I am open to hearing your ideas and discussing if there is a legislative path. You could also reach out to your own senator or representative to share your thoughts and ideas. It is important that legislators hear from their constituents about issues that are directly impacting their community. It is especially important to hear from youth that are impacted by substance use disorders. We need to have more youth voices in the Oregon Capitol, and I commit to listening to those voices. I hope I can partner with those of you who have ideas for legislation, and I commit to being a strong ally for behavioral health resources, and I thank you all for taking the time to listen to my message. I look forward to engaging in future dialogue. Thank you.
Yeah.